year, and you're going to have to give away £1 million a year to charity.
Right. That means I've had a lot of money in it.
Hello?
I'm all right. You know what? If I've got my house bought and paid for, I've got what I need. Why am I worrying about that? Because you can't take it with you, people. Hello? Just so we know. It's great to have it in this life and spend and do and live and have fun. But hello, when you dead, you dead.
Well, when the Egyptians tried that back in the day, and they just said, "Hey, stack it up. I'm going to come back to life, and this is going to be my new house. So put all this stuff in here with me." Not good.
How are you supposed to spend that in the afterlife now? Come on, people.
Well,
where are you going to go?
They were going to go. They were going to live in that tomb, and all those gold this and gold that, and they were just going to get out of their mummified uniform and.
You crazy ass people! Oh my God. Okay, we know we've been silly, but okay, I must say this, right? See, it goes to the point that even certain men from the House of Lords, Lord Carey, Link 13, K-Rose, has been saying that he was criticising the government, as I keep saying as was, because they changed it at the last minute. They flipped the script, and they decided that when they're not going to do it. But he was criticising them. Now, I said this earlier, those are their chums in the House of Lords, right? For when you get someone, your supposed friend, is criticising you to the world and saying, okay, listen, you need to think on, don't you know that you're really going to have to do a U-turn on this, because it ain't going to happen. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work, right? And even charities were warning of the devastating effect it could have if they went ahead with this, And it just goes to show you, if you are cutting someone's money, especially when they're sick, right, or when, they go through these things, you are going to leave them in higher risk of, as I've said already, being homeless. I know I keep repeating myself, people. I know. Just bear with me, please. Okay. Because it's frustrating. Sometimes you have to keep repeating things for certain other people to get the message. Get with the program, as I like to say, because you already know I have a bee in my bonnet about working from home. Okay. Obviously, I have a bee in my bonnet about just people being able to have a...
Do you have a beehive in your bonnet, or is it just one bee? I'm just...
a whole lot of bees buzzing around. There's a whole lot going on up in here, right? Let me just tell you. And... as I said to you guys already, I have things that I want to be sharing with you. I'm just having to, just breathe, so that I can just collate myself and put it together. Because I can jump and flip, and I just have a lot that has been on my mind, and sometimes you have to just be like, okay, and breathe. Because otherwise you're going to just blow your head off with all the things that some people just wind you up. They do things and you just think, okay, come on now. You really need to think about what you're saying to people. You're upsetting people, and you don't even need to do these things that you're doing, okay? And the thing that winds me up is when, even against all the odds, right, no matter what people from different quarters will say, whether it's the public, whether it's other MPs, whether it's people from the House of Lords, whether it's business people in general, companies, CEOs and whoever, no matter what any of these people will say, when the government, David Cameron, takes a stand and he stands firm and he says, I don't care what anyone says. That's basically what he's saying, is I don't care what any of you say, Link 18, K-Rose. I don't care what you say, I'm going to do what I want. And just because I'm the boss, i.e. I'm the Prime Minister and the buck stops with me and I get the last say. Well, no, see, if you're supposed to be helping people, you're supposed to take into account everything that everybody's saying to you, because that's what a democracy is. We're all allowed to have our opinion, innit? And if we can tell you, especially members of the public, can tell you their experiences and their thought process behind something, and they're telling you, please don't do this because X, Y, Z, and you still... gonna sit there and look them in their face and say, yeah, I heard you, but I still ain't listening. I mean, what kind of government is that?
Well, but you're putting it the real way. He put it, hey, I hear you, but for the betterment of the country. See, it's how you...
It's the betterment of the country, because each and every citizen is making up the country, innit? As a whole. Come on now! People... you know how I feel? How do you feel? What do you think? Tell me, let us know at Ask-Avani-Show, because we're putting this out there today. I ain't feeling what these people been on. I ain't loving it. And we're all affected, especially over here in the UK, I should say, by this government type of mentality. They need to stop. They need to fix up because they, as I said, they're always pleading poverty. A man even said it on the news the other day, and I remember sitting there nodding, looking at him like, "Oh my God, you actually said it out loud." Because not many people say that type of thing out loud. He said it. They're always pleading poverty. When they want to do their war, though, all of a sudden they got millions and billions. Where you get that from?
Well, again, there's money to do anything that needs to be done. Period.
No. Because war doesn't need. We don't need war. Hello, war begets war. We don't need that.
But that's why I'm saying they can find the money. Let me put it that way. They can find the money to do whatever they want to do. So to me, they could find the money to help people. They could find the money so they wouldn't have to do these tax cuts. They can find the money if they want to look for it.
Okay, I'm going to say this again, because I know that I've said this already for people, but just in case you didn't catch it when I was going off on one, people, okay, all I'm going to say is, right, people don't really care where they get money from in the sense of they don't mind tax credits. They don't really need the tax credits if, and I stipulate, if they can get a decent paying job. If your job is paying you, you don't mind about tax credits. You'll be like, move with that. I don't need it. Pay me properly. A proper day's pay for a proper day's work. You pay me, right? I don't need to take your benefits, your tax credits, whatever it is you say that you was giving us to help us. I don't need that no more because my job, the job I get, is perfectly fine for me to do what I need to do. Now, that's what the government needs to do. They need to start making it so that, forget all this newfangled living wage and all this, because it's still not enough. People are still going to be telling you it's not enough. Even in this day and age, it's like, well, okay, we've moved it over from the minimum wage to the new living wage. Whatever. It still ain't enough because people are still struggling, isn't it? So make the money proper, right, and stop faffing about. And then you won't have to pay tax credits and all these other benefits. And then you can say, right, well, all that's abolished now. So we have this money that's coming in. If more people are working, earning the proper money, earning in a proper job, there'll be more tax receipts, which means we will have more money for the things that we need, i.e. NHS. You won't be having to chop and chop and chop. All the things that we need will get sorted out. The police can be paid properly. The nurses can be paid, and ambulance staff and people like that, the firemen and all the ones that are getting everything chopped. And everybody's always saying, oh, well, you know, we're closing fire stations and we're closing police stations and we're cutting the amount of police officers and PCSOs on the beat. All this foolishness will cease because the proper money will be flowing where it needs to go.
Well, you know, I have a as we call it, a devil's advocate question for you.
Uh-huh.
When and you can because I go through this again. This is another thing that I go through in my own life.
Uh-huh.
There are times when I run into people who may not have the energy that I do to work and to work as hard. And I'm not even, let's say they work 80% less than I work. I'll put it that way.
80%, okay, that's a lot.
80%. Okay, they only work 20% of what I do.
Right.
There are people that are worker bees, and there are people that, and I'm not giving a color to this either, or a race,
Yeah.
but there are people that don't want to do more than they have to do every day.
You say they're lazy.
Yeah, and that's basically, and so I'll go there. I'll take the whole lazy group out because I think the lazy group is probably a small percentage, and they make the other XYZ amount of people look bad. So I'll take the lazy group out. But those people that are willing to do exactly as you just said, work at home and work hard, that should be given that opportunity. Do you feel that they're getting a bad rap because of the lazy people?
Yeah, basically. In a nutshell. Now you're asking it from that perspective. Absolutely, because people have no idea. Just because, and I've said again, I keep repeating myself, people. Just because people work from home, that don't mean they ain't working.
Exactly.
Especially with technology these days. Listen, if you don't do the job, whatever it may be, it don't matter where you are. They will know. Hence, you will not get paid. So you can sit in the office, in the cubicle, if you ain't doing the work, people will notice that, okay? Because it ain't getting done. Hello? It's not no fairies at the bottom of the garden that do these things, you know. You have to do the work, people, okay? So just because you're working from home, that doesn't mean that you're not working. Like, trust me, I know this. I work very, very hard. The only thing is I get to do it without any of the... People, I have a show coming for you. Let me just say that. I get to do it without any of the foolishness interruptions because I don't have people trying to mess with me with their office politics and their stupidness. So that's why I like it. And obviously, you know, I do not love the trains and all that. I ain't able for that foolishness. I don't love it. Because if you're going to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is, getting to work and then the same coming back home in the evening, as far as I'm concerned, that's time wasting. I could have been doing other things. And if you'd have said to me, rather than starting at 9 o'clock, if I started working from home, and I could have started at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever, and I could have got a whole lot more done in the day. Because that's how I look at it. To me, time, look here, you can't get that back when you waste it, people. You can't get it back. Even money, you can maybe be able to get it back, or even some of it back, but you can't get time back. So if you want to be wasting it with foolishness, that's something you may live to regret.
And that's what I mean. There are people that, again, I know how hard you work to put together the show. I know how hard you work to prepare for it and be prepared for it. And you're doing 5 other things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
and
true.
like me, I'm doing several things, and I'm planning to do this show to make sure that it's engineered correctly. We do a lot, but the majority of the everyday people cannot do what we do. I understand that. But I would hope they would make a 20% effort as opposed to, I'm not even, that's just too much. I can't do that.
Oh, God. Well, okay, if it's just too much, fine. When you have that attitude, if it's just too much, you won't eat much. Okay? Because you won't get paid. Which means you can't buy food. And then your throat will think, your stomach will think your throat's been cut. Hello? You ain't gonna get nowhere if you have that mindset. You can't just sit there and say, okay, well, see, I look, when this recession business came in, I was like, oh no, I knew I was messed up because you see, with the recession, because when I used to temp a lot and stuff, when that type of work dries up, you're in trouble because as I said, I had done that for the best part of 20 years, right? So I knew if that goes, I know this is serious, right? So when that happened, it's like you have to rethink your strategy because as far as you're concerned, you still need to live and eat. You're not trying to sit there and wait for it to come back because who knows what's going to happen. You have to start thinking, okay, I have to rethink my strategy of living. How am I going to eat? What am I going to do to find money so that I can live? And you're not even trying to say, oh, living a way I was accustomed or whatever it was. No, it's not that. You're just trying to keep a roof over your head, keep food in your belly, do what you need to do if you have children or whatever to just keep everybody safe and well and healthy. That's the bottom line for me. I don't look at things and think, oh no, that's beneath me. I can't do that. All I look at is how much you paying. How much? Because I need to eat. I got bills and that's it. Well, guys, you heard the song. Lunch Money Lewis, people. You heard it. He was on it. He was on point with that because, listen, we all got bills. Whether they're big bills or small bills, they're still bills.
They're bills. That is right.
That's it. You got to pay them. What are you going to do? Look, I know I keep going on about working from home and all that type of thing, right? And yes, it is a bee in my bonnet, my particular bonnet. Like I said, I have shows and I will explain to you why. One of the reasons, anyway, why I have that particular bee in my bonnet. But just in general, I just think this country does not help people to live properly. They give them so much grief. They give with one hand and take literally everything that they've just given you with the other, and then they expect you to be able to just deal with it, juggle it. Oh, well, just as tough. You're like, well, no. Because how you want me to do things, you have to meet me halfway now. Come on. You can't just say, oh, well, you have to go out to work. Well, hello, where's the jobs?
But again,
you can't just say, oh, you have to pay all
you're
these bills.
different.
How am I supposed to do it?
You're different. You're different. You have the energy to find work yourself. You have the energy to create job opportunities. 90% of the earth is not you, and then we'll take 10% of them being lazy. So that means 80% of the earth is not you.
Okay, but people, tell me this, people at Ask-Avani-Show. Come on now, because I know you probably thinking, okay then, when you going to start creating people. If I can do that, I would. And believe me, the day that I can do it, you lot will be the first to know. I will put it out on social media because already in it, K-Rose, we're already, helping companies to promote themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Ask